now that I've softened you up, I'd like to hand over to Rob and Kaz, who recently attended one of your online sessions with their daughters, and I think they may have some further questions and at least some feedback for you. So Rob and Kaz, over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lee, and hi, Rob. That was really interesting, and I must admit we're sitting here sort of nodding and that, but like you, Rob, we have two young daughters, and we have set up regular pensions. We do them on a monthly basis rather than a lump sum, and benefit from the 20% tax relief, which is incredible. So starting them off young gives them a fantastic foundation for the future. So that's fantastic. But yeah, so we had the pleasure of being involved in your recent private client event with the girls, which was very interactive, and we just really wanted to sort of dig a little bit deeper and find out a little bit more about your inspiration behind it. How did it come about, really, more than anything?
Yeah, well, I think for me, I mean, the idea behind that is this idea of teaching young people two things: the ability to have financial resilience and the ability to have financial well-being. And to me, financial resilience is your ability to kind of withstand the bumps in the road. The last 12 months has been really tough for people, right? People have lost their jobs. The impact has been huge, and the sad truth is 50% of all mental well-being issues are associated typically with being in financial difficulty and typically indebtedness. So one is, how can you educate people, and I'll come back to what I mean by educate, to sort of build financial resilience. And then the second bit is around financial well-being. It's all the stuff that we've just been talking about with Lee. The reality is most people don't feel confident making decisions about pensions, about saving, where to invest. They don't even understand tax relief, or know that they can go to their employer and maybe top up their contributions and get extra contributions. So for me, financial well-being is about feeling confident about your financial future and making decisions, or if you don't feel confident, knowing that you can go and get help or advice. So in order to do that, we need to teach people about money. But the reality is, in the UK, it's not been part of our curriculum. In a survey done in 2015 of adults, of what are the top 30 things you wish you'd learnt at school, number one is how a pension works. In fact, 4 out of the top 5 were to do with kind of pensions, insurance, bank accounts, loans, and then one of them was how to wire a plug. So of the top 5 things adults wish they'd learnt at school, 4 out of 5 are to do with kind of financial decision making. And it's not surprising that we don't know this stuff, because it doesn't get taught at school. It was only put on the secondary school syllabus in 2014. And today, 7 years later, only 45% of schools teach financial education at a secondary school level. Now, when you drill into it, research done in 2013 shows that our financial habits are formed by the age of 7. And it turns out the parents would rather talk to their children about sex than about money. So money is a very taboo subject. So it's not surprising that we have all these 18-year-olds getting to 18, they start work, they can get a store card, a credit card. How on earth are they going to be able to understand that actually what they earn gets taxed, that when they get a store card, actually you've got to pay interest on that? What is compound interest? I can invest my money. Why investing in funds for the long term is maybe better than just sort of speculating on individual stock. We've not taught children any of this stuff over 18 years. And so for me, I thought it was really important is, what if we could ensure that every child, as they sort of became adults, felt confident and in control of their financial future? And breaking it down, I think if you teach people these 3 things, how to earn it, how to keep it, and how to grow it, those are the foundations of financial well-being and financial resilience. Because you need to learn how to earn money. That's, you need to be able to go out and find a way to make a living yourself. And there's so many ways. I tell young people, why don't you go to your neighbors or your parents or your aunties and uncles and offer to clear out their attic or garage and sell it on eBay? Challenge yourself. How much money can you sell selling someone else's stuff on eBay? There are so many eBay millionaires, it would blow your mind. Just Google eBay millionaires after this. You'll be amazed. So I think there's opportunities to earn money everywhere. You just need to go and seek them out. The second Go on, Rob.
I was just going to say, it's interesting you saying that, because I don't know if you're aware that Lee and I actually went to school together, and Lee went on and started a career as a teacher. So he spent many years doing that before he moved into financial services. And I think part of your reason for that, Lee, was trying to do more for the children, and felt the curriculum wasn't really up to scratch for children and things. So I think it's absolutely incredible to try and sort of get children while they're young and educate them and teach them the value of money. It's something my wife and I have been very concerned about.
Yeah, as a parent of 2 young children, I think it's very important to have the knowledge of the value of money, really. And our girls really did enjoy the client event. That was fantastic. So I was really wondering if you had any more plans around it at all.
Yeah, well, so we do 2 versions. The version that you attended, and I'm sure that the team will be putting on more, and I'm sure we could do an event specifically for the clients of Stroud Wealth Management. But every month we put on 2 a month, normally just after school time. They tend to have more kids on there, and we do 2 versions. We do an under 7 version, and then we do a 7 to 11 version, just to sort of, obviously with the age, you can kind of cover slightly more with the older kids than you can with the younger ones. So yeah, we're going to be doing these twice a month in the months that aren't school holidays for the rest of the year.